Biffle and Kevin Harvick. Kevin Harvick in the top 10. Boy, Mr. Where did he come from?
And he had the nerve to say that Jimmy Johnson had a horseshoe.
Stuck where?
I think he may have found it wherever it was.
It's a typical Atlanta day. Somebody catches the setup and takes off. For a while it's Kurt Busch, for a while it's Kasey Kahne. But as you come to the end of the race, that rubber band contracts. We're all right back together again. We've had one shot at the two lap to go restart. Now we're going to try it again. We predicted one big crash on the overdrive restart. How about this time?
Well, I think it could very easily happen again. I mean, you got it. You put it all on the line right here. You can't give anybody a break. Just like we saw Kasey Kahne go down into 3 on the apron, he'll do it again if he has to.
And Larry, was 2 tires versus 4 tires on that restart. Did that contribute?
Well, no, there's no question. We saw Paul Menard spin the tires, and that opened the door for Kurt Busch. And, the more I thought about the 2 tires, I think I'm going to agree with Jeff Hammond, because what you have to factor in is not 1 attempt at a green-white checkered, 3 attempts. I think that was going to be a lot to ask of just fresh right-side tires. But the pivotal turning point of this race was that caution with about 30 to 35 laps to go that bunched them all back up and gave them a good shot with fairly fresh tires.
So, Jeff, your strategy is looking a lot better at this point.
Well, Mike, the only reason I said that, I really felt like we were going to have a caution. And all of a sudden, the guys with 4 tires are going to get the advantage of these multiple restarts, and it's going to make it better for them. We've already seen what Kasey Kahne could do. He drove to the bottom of the racetrack. I don't think you could have done that on 2 fresh right-side tires. And the same thing with Kurt Busch. I think that helped him launch. He didn't spin his rear tires like the other guys did, and he's leading this race right now. So I think we're going to have a dogfight between those 2 guys. I mean, it's definitely going to be the clash of the Titans here over the next few laps.
And a bounce-back race for both Montoya and Kurt Busch, because Kurt was 35th in Las Vegas last week. Montoya wrecked early. Remember, was upset with his teammate Jamie McMurray, was 37th. Those are the 2 guys, 1 and 2, as we get ready for the restart.
I would not want to be in Kurt Busch's position with Juan Pablo Montoya lining up beside of me on this restart, because he's got nothing to lose and everything to gain. And I really look for Juan Pablo to throw caution to the wind, and we'll obviously see a pretty spectacular run just on this restart.
It is Oscar night, so you can't script, right? If you're writing this script, Darrell.
Just skip right out the window.
By the way, Darrell, we're blaming you. You said to Carl Edwards in the pre-race show, show me from the show me state. That's how we got into this.
That's a bad idea. That wasn't really what I had in mind, I promise you. But listen, guys, if this was last year, the race would be over right now. Right? And Paul Menard and those guys with 2 tires would have looked pretty brilliant.
Yes, absolutely.
But with the new deal where you got the 3 tries, how many? We're going to probably have 3 tries, and you're going to need those tires.
Well, Kurt Busch has got to run time trial laps if he can keep Montoya away from his rear bumper.
He's got to burn out there like John Force, baby.
And you can't forget that other car that's back there that had one of the best cars a good part of this race, Kasey Kahne in that 9. I don't think he's ready just to throw in the towel just yet.
I don't know. I think 2 laps and 2 laps more, and we'll be saying, Harvick, where did he come from?
He's getting there. He is getting there, top 10.
Early contact sent Carl Edwards into the wall from Keselowski, and they have a history both in the Cup and in the Nationwide Series.
Does that not look like Talladega?
Gosh, it does. But here's Edwards many laps down, gets to Keselowski, turns him around, didn't mean to turn him over, he said. But that brought out the caution, setting things up for this. We get the late restart with 2 to go. Jamie McMurray's car wiggles, gets into Boyer, and here comes everybody else. So now with pit stops and wave arounds and repositioning, 26 lead lap cars.
Lucky
Kurt
dogs
Busch,
and wave
Kurt
around.
Busch has led more laps than anyone but Kasey Kahne today. And we'll get 1 to go and try it for a second time. Montoya second, trying to win his first Sprint Cup oval race. Menard looking for his best finish ever. Kasey Kahne trying to come back. Matt Kenseth in the top 5. A.J. Allmendinger having a career day. Brian Vickers, strong performance. Biffle back of the pack all the way up to 8th. Truex 9th. Harvick 10th.
What about Penske versus Chip Ganassi? I mean, this is like watching an Indy 500 right now. Those 2 guys going at each other. Here they are fighting out for a win here in Atlanta today.
This is the 3rd time we've had green-white checker here, October 2007 and March of 2009. Not that it matters a lot at this point, but Ryan Newman gets the free pass.
It just puts him right in the middle of the eye of the storm.
Montoya driving the same car, the exact same car, in which he nearly won last year at Indianapolis at the 400.
I hope he gets to race it again. The way things are going, I wouldn't guarantee it.
I'm sure that group sitting on that pit box feels the same way. In case I should tell you again, you might want to pull your belts tight one more time.
Better start screaming biggity, 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 because we're going to have to do it here, brother.
All right, second attempt at an overdrive finish. If the leader takes the white flag under green, the next flag ends the race.
Whoa.
Oh, big start for Kurt Busch.
Yeah, and the 9 car got in the back of the 42, and Kurt Busch is long gone.
Here comes Kenseth way on the bottom past Menard.
There's Montoya fighting on the high side in that 42 car.
Everybody trying to get some. Lap and a half to go.
Yeah, that was a bad restart. That really messed Montoya up.
Truex got shuffled way back on that one. And Kurt Busch is running time trial laps. He doesn't have Kenseth on his bumper. The next flag ends the race.
All right. We're in the money lap now.
Menard holding a top 5 against Allmendinger, Vickers, and Biffle.
And he's holding a top 5 with only 2 fresh tires right now.
Kenseth closing the gap. Kurt Busch off turn number 4. Kurt Busch is going to win it for Roger Penske. The Blue Deuce goes to victory lane again in Atlanta. Clean and green finish. Finally.
Good job, guys. Good job.
Way to go, boys. Awesome pit stop. That is the way to do it. Woo!
They got this place dialed in, Larry. That 2 car does.
Well, it doesn't seem to matter who the crew chief, but I'm very happy for Steve Addington, the man that won 12 races with Kyle Busch. Things got a little sideways over there. Penske Racing picked him up when Pat Tryson decided to go to Michael Waltrip Racing, and now Steve Addington's back in victory lane.
When you got it, boys.
It is the 3rd Cup victory at Atlanta for Kurt Busch, his 2nd straight in the spring race and his 21st career Sprint Cup win.
And I do believe that's Paul Menard's first career top 5 finish, finishing 5th.
Correct.
And again, Larry, I just want to say he didn't luck into that either. He ran good all day long. He's running good all weekend here.
Let's see, isn't this where Kurt Busch created the unwind lap about a year ago?
Oh, yeah, he backed around this joint.
A great 2nd place for Matt Kenseth, coming out of 14th starting position. Montoya 3rd, Casey Kane 4th, Paul Menard 5th, and A.J. Allmendinger 6th. So Richard Petty Motorsports finishes the day 4, 5, 6.
There he goes again. A mile and a half backwards.
Folks are going to be here a while. Don't take dinner out of the oven yet, honey.